I would like to welcome you all today. I will be telling you about why schools should start later. This is my family that will be accompanying me in my video. Today I'm going to persuade you that school start time should be made later. There are many different factors that affect the reasoning as to why schools should start later, that affect the health and education of a child. We all want our children to be healthy and have a great education. Therefore, we should all join the fight to push the start times back. As a girl who has attended private schools and public schools both, I know firsthand how the different start times affect you. In private school, we did not start until 9 a.m. versus public school that starts at 7:35 a.m. Getting those few extra hours of sleep makes a huge difference on your school day. You can actually look forward to school after a good night's sleep. American Academy of Pediatrics strongly suggests that middle and high schools aim for a start time that allows students to receive 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep each night. 40% of schools start at 8 a.m., 15% at 8:30 or later, and 20% at 7:45 or earlier. With starting school so early, students' test scores have been shown to worsen. Studies show from educationnext.com that a later start time shows a rise in test scores. Today.com says for 16 to 18 years old, start time should be pushed back to 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Kids suffer from a wide variety of things when they have to get up at 5:30 to be on the bus by 6:30 and to be at school by 7:30. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, kids who don't get enough sleep are more likely to be overweight, they don't engage in physical activity, they suffer from depression, they engage in illegal activity, and they perform poorly in school. Also, with going to school later, your kids will have time to get up and eat a healthier breakfast instead of a junk food on-the-go type of breakfast, which will make their day 10 times better. It's no fun to see your children like this, so join the fight to get your kids later start times. There are different pros and cons to later start times, but there are mostly pros and only a few cons. The biggest pro is that your child will get more sleep. The recommended amount of sleep you should get is 8 to 10 hours, and depending on your age, it may be more. Older kids need more sleep, whereas younger kids don't need as much sleep. If school start times are pushed back, your child will have a better health and perform better in school. The only cons of school starting later is that school will get out later in the evening, which means that all physical and extracurricular activities will have to be adjusted accordingly. Most activities will adjust their schedules to fit the students' schedules because they don't want to lose students. All in all, it's safe to say that your children will enjoy going to school from a later start time. They'll enjoy it because they are more alert when it's time to go to school. They won't have to wake up when it's dark outside and go to school. They can actually go to school when the sun is shining. As from experience with college, having my earliest class at 9:30 and seeing the sunshine, my performance is much better versus high school when it was dark outside. According to the sleepfoundation.org, school districts in 19 states have pushed back start times, and more than 10 school districts in 17 different states are considering it. If your local school district is not already participating, join the fight to get them on the road to later start times. Thank you all for taking the time to come watch this presentation on issues that are currently facing jurisdictions nationwide.